What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing week. Here in the UK is so freaking hot right now. I feel like I'm melting. I wish I was somewhere near the beach right now, just swimming, having cocktails, and just living life. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys are having a great time. Now, today I want to talk about a champion, a legendary champion that every single one of us guys can actually get for free, and I feel like her value is definitely gonna surge now with the addition of the new bolster set. I've actually covered all this in yesterday's video. If you haven't checked them out just yet, definitely head over and have a look. Basically, you gotta be in a clan, so go to the clan shop. You're gonna have fragments available for Yannica. She's a legendary champion, spirit attack champion from the High Elf faction. Now, I've already bought all the fragments, so I don't have her available here anymore. It's gonna take you a while to collect the 100 fragments. You can only purchase 5 fragments a week, so just to keep in mind, make sure you're purchasing them every single week so you don't actually kind of like delay the access to the champion. Yannica is one of those champions that ignores shield. I feel like she's the only champion in the game that has an AoE skill available straight off the back that ignores shield. We have Baron, which has a similar skill, but it's a secret skill. You gotta unlock it first. You're not gonna have access directly to the skill. Now, this skill right here attacks all enemies, will ignore shield buffs. Removes shield buffs from targets if this champion is under a veil or perfect veil buff, then deals extra damage equal to 15% of the value of the removed shield buffs. Now, this part of removing the shield, of course, is not gonna work with the bolster set. It's gonna work with a normal shield set, you know. The main thing that we want to focus on is this part. We'll ignore the shield because we definitely need some sort of a solution for it, especially for fighting proper teams where they're actually well-built teams and we need to have tons and tons of damage. So I thought to make a guide on Yannica. I actually like the champion a lot. I feel like even before I used to run the champion pretty often against specific force champions, and I feel like Mountain King might be one of the best options, the best candidates for the bolster set. So Yannica is gonna be kind of like his doom, you know what I mean? Definitely need something like this to deal with that Mountain King because he's such a beast of a champion. On the A1, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance to land the leech. Attacks all enemies 2 times instead if this champion is under a veil. So this becomes AoE. The whole idea is that you start with the A2, Baffling Speed, attacks one enemy, places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 3 turns. If the attack is critical, then grants an extra turn. So what you want to do is make sure you're hitting a target that preferably already took a turn, so you're not hitting on reaction, or kind of try to aim at a target that you think it might not have reaction, so this attack is critical. You're getting the perfect veil, you're getting the extra turn, you can use this skill, ignore the shield on the rest of the team if necessary, and your A1 will become AoE. Attack aura for all battles, 30%, pretty good. Now, this champion is not necessarily built only for arena. You can use this champion in faction wars. I'm actually using Yannica in faction wars. You can use her in Doom Tower, in specific secret rooms if required. You can use her even in dungeons, like if you're not farming stage 24, stage 25 on the Fire Knight, she's actually very powerful for stage 20 because she is the right affinity and she deals so much damage, and just all around she has the right sort of moves to deal with the Fire Knight and the shield, you know. I'm quickly gonna show you the multipliers that we have on Yannica. So if we're gonna go all the way right here to the multipliers, the A1 has a 1.9 on single target or a 1.5 AoE, but that's a double hit, which makes it fairly decent. The A2 is a 6.3 attack. That's very strong. It's on a single target, but that's a very powerful hit. The A3 has a 3.6 attack. Now, this is a bit lower than what Foley, Astrolon, Gambo has, because I feel like Gambo, Astrolon, and Foley, they are on 4.0. But still, considering that we ignore shield, overall we would be making more damage. Now, I'm quickly gonna show you the build that I have on her. I have her built on Savage and crit damage set. I haven't changed anything from the previous video where I kind of like talked a bit about her as well. Total stats, we have 6,600 attack, we have 178 speed, 101 crit rate, 275 crit damage. We don't have crazy HP and defense because she is an attack-based champion, so we kind of focused on getting a lot of attack. This is the weapon right here. So we prioritize on getting the full crit rate, of course, getting attack and crit damage. You know, that's my main priority. And after, speed. As much speed as we were able to get. You see, I can still glypher without a problem. This is the helmet. We have the shield right here. This is a beautiful shield, quadruple crit rate. This is kind of like 1 in a million. You know, you're not really gonna find many of these around. Crit damage gloves, attack chest piece, of course, and we have attack boots. We have an attack ring. We have a crit damage amulet, and we have an attack banner as well. I wish I would get a better banner because that double HP is definitely not gonna benefit her damage all around. So I don't have my craziest gear on her. I feel like she's definitely pretty well built. She's a +1 champion as well, so I have a 10% extra on the stats. But just as an idea, I kind of wanted to show you what Yannica can do. So in terms of masteries, I have offense and defense 3. And we're going all the way down to Helm Smasher. Now, one thing that I would probably change right now, and that's mainly because I'm gonna start with the A2. So I'm actually gonna change the masteries just so you guys can actually get to see them a bit more correct. Let me just put it like that. The reason for it is because the A3, since it ignores shield, is definitely not gonna affect this mastery. So we're not gonna get extra damage. But we're gonna start with the A2, and if we're gonna hit in the shield, we want to make sure we get this extra 25% damage on the target because it's definitely going to help us a lot. I could potentially get this mastery or get this Cycle of Violence, but I feel like I want to bring it down to get more damage. Opportunist is still a pretty good mastery, but that's only if I'm using a Kymar in the team, you know, or some other champions that are actually going to CC the opponents, and I feel like most of the times probably I won't, so I'm not gonna go on this. I want to make sure I'm getting more consistency, so I'm gonna go on Wrath of the Slain and bring it down, you know. So this is actually definitely better. It's a 6%, and it's always gonna happen because most of the targets that I'm gonna attack, like support champions, they're all gonna have a higher HP than my champion, you know. So I'm gonna go like this, methodical. We're gonna get Helm Smasher as tier 6, and right here we're actually gonna go on counter attack. We want to get that counter because the A1 can definitely come in a hand pretty good, you know, so we're going to go like that. Retribution. So these are the masteries that I would suggest you to get for Yannica. But let's move over to the Dragon, just where I normally test champions, to see what sort of numbers we're getting out of her. And then we're going to move over to Arena, where we're actually going to take her in for a real test. Usually I'm bringing all my nukers to stage 23 on the Dragon. They have a pretty good amount of HP, they're tanky, and I kind of remember all the previous champions, what sort of damage they dealt here, kind of like an approximation. So I want to see what's Yannica gonna do in the same place. Now we're gonna use her as lead, we're just gonna have increased attack, defense down, and weaken as usual. And then we're gonna start cracking on it. Now we wanna open with this skill right here, and I'm gonna hit this Lua. Actually no, she got resisted, unfortunately. We're gonna go for a Faceless. 260k. That was pretty damn nasty, right? That's a very strong hit. We haven't managed to kill him, unfortunately. I'm not sure if Helm Smasher just didn't proc or what exactly happened there, but we're gonna come back another time here. The AoE attack, pretty good. Like, if you're looking at the damage that we dealt on them, that's very, very solid. I've seen 160k, 130k if I'm not mistaken. And the good part about it is that we have a veil for 2 turns on Yannica right now, so only AoE attacks can hit her. That's definitely a very, very good thing. And we're gonna start to use her A1 in just a second. There we go. So now we have the A1 available. 17k, 18k, 40k, where Helm Smasher proc, and we had defense down. She got resisted, unfortunately, on the very first try. But pretty good damage from her, right? We managed to rotate her around. Let's come in another time. I'm actually about to waste 36 energy. So let's go again. We want to pay better attention to that AoE attack. So now let's smack that Lua. 197k. Damn, that was close again. Very, very close. Let's drop the AoE attack. 156, 142, 138. Pretty good damage all around. She's not at the level of Tranda, guys, or other crazy nukers like that, or Ruel, for example. But she has kind of like her own thing, you know, making that A1 AoE as well. The Veil is definitely going to come in handy a lot, especially if they're not going to attack you with AoE attacks. And just all around, I feel like she's gonna be a solid champion. And considering that everybody gets access to this champion, I don't see why people will choose not to build Yannica. One thing that I know we kind of covered before as well was Yannica and having Cleopteryx as well. You know, Cleopteryx, she does hit a bit harder, a bit easier to build because of her crit rate buffs and stuff. But all around, you could definitely find use for each one of the champions. So up to you if you're going to decide to build Yannica or no. I just feel like her value is definitely going to surge quite a bit. Let's move over to Arena. And how I mentioned, I feel like the best candidate for the bolster set is going to be MK. Champions like this. MK is going to deal damage as well. So now that we have the reaction accessory as well available for a lot of people, because it's been quite a while since the CVC got introduced to the game, a lot of MKs will have reaction and a bolster set, so that will keep them alive, because you can have crazy amount of HP on champions, but if they don't have any sort of defense, they're gonna get wrecked, you know, including a Mountain King. But if they have that reaction and they're not gonna get the crit hits on them, that's actually gonna be a bit of an issue, you know. It's definitely gonna be a bit of an issue. So I'm actually gonna change this around. We're gonna go in a different way. We're not gonna play it like that. I want to bring in Kaimar. I want to bring in some other champions like that, and I feel like I need another Madame series, not this one. I need the one with higher accuracy. Hopefully we're just not gonna get wrecked in there. I'm still gonna use the speed aura just to make sure that Raglin is not gonna cut on my nuker, just in case, because we would be ashamed to have that cleanse dropping in. I knew that Kaimar won't be able to do that, but he's gonna reset my skill. Okay, so now that Duchess got a turn. That's actually beautiful, because I'm gonna hit the crap out of her with this skill right now. So be ready. Bam! 153k. Go back to sleep. We don't care about you, okay? Raglin, she's not a very tanky champion. We still have that MK in there. Now, let's just assume they would have a shield set. How I mentioned, they're not just there, all of them at the moment, but give it a couple of weeks, you know? So we had a reaction on Raglin that can be a bit of an issue, because right now she's gonna revive. The good part about it is that regardless what nuker they have there, they're not gonna be able to wreck my Yannica because she's failed. So right now I have this available again. You know what? I'm gonna go for that MK. Bang! 219k. Go to sleep. AoE. Everybody go to sleep. Get out of here. We don't want to see you anymore. Yannica with 400k damage. She literally obliterated the whole team. Now, I'm in Platinum Arena. I'm not in Gold at the moment. So we actually have some serious teams to fight around. Here, we can actually kind of try to use a different sort of team. She's amazing against Candrophones too. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to change a bit the team around. I might keep Arbiter just to have that increased attack. We're not going to keep Kaimar because he's going to be pretty damn pointless. And I'm going to keep Nakret to protect my Yannica, okay? Just in case if anything goes wrong. I want to have that immunity on her as well, because she can get petrified from Mitrala. So let's see like this. How exactly are we going to be able to clap this? You don't need all these crazy stats in order to make your Yannica hit hard. You've seen the multipliers. They're pretty solid multipliers all around. So I feel like that's not something that you're going to need necessarily. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to try to use the different skill, because I knew she was going to cleanse there. That's definitely not going to help me. I already have the increased attack from my Arbiter, and I feel like I kind of want to protect my my Madame series. I might be wrong. I'm gonna protect my my Arbiter after, just to make sure I'm doing the right choice. You see, I knew that we're gonna have reaction there. We're gonna protect our Arbiter now. Don't kill my Madame series, please. Don't do it. I know that Candy's gonna take the turn before my Madame series. I have defense down on her. She's gonna die. She's definitely gonna die. I knew it. And now Nakret died. That's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem, but I'm gonna try to do this. Go down. Go down. Go down again. You know what? I don't need Madame series. I don't need that defense down, because Yannica is gonna come in and rescue the whole situation. So this was actually a pretty good example. I was not expecting her to knock down the entire team after with the A3. I'm not gonna lie about that. I thought that I'm gonna have to rotate another time. I was just hoping that that Cantrophone is not gonna have Swift Parry, just in case if anything was gonna go crazy and go get out of control, you know. Let's give it a go against this team. We have a Candy, we have a +2 Duchess, Nakret, Tormin, Very, very solid champions all around. They have a pretty good team power, so somebody might have some resistance. I'm actually gonna keep my team like this. I do have immunity on most of the team except my Necret, so hopefully he's not gonna freeze. Okay, there we go. Stone Skin on their Necret, that can be a bit of an issue. I'm actually gonna try to strip all those buffs. We managed to strip that from Necret, awesome stuff. And I'm gonna try to ally attack. I'm gonna go probably on Tormin. I feel like that Duchess might have reaction. Tormin might have it too, but yeah, you see, he had it. One hit actually came in play pretty good, and it crit. That was enough to kill him. Now I'm gonna attempt with the A2 to hit that Duchess. You see reaction, but we still managed to do a 47k hit, which was pretty good. Now we have the AoE. They do have a bit of a shield, which we're gonna ignore. It's gonna be pretty pointless there. We managed to kill her. Necret is still alive. I feel like he had some reaction, or he must have been on very high HP. Okay, we managed to get him down with Madame Series, surprisingly. That Tormin was dead one time already, so now we should be able to just do this and get them down. Bang, we managed to do that. Not a problem. She is provoked. She's frozen too. Okay, let's see what else we're gonna have in here. We're gonna try to protect her again, even though I feel like Tormin is gonna attempt to use the A2 on her if he's gonna get a turn. He's gonna try to steal those buffs. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. It's always happening, guys. Always happening. But you know what? We're gonna do this and send him to sleep again. Yannica coming in for the win. I'm definitely pretty happy with her as a champion, man. Like, you know what? Let's do another fight. We're gonna do another fight. And this time around, I'm actually gonna take this and this out. No, actually take her out. I'm gonna go without that. I'm gonna bring in my Kymar, and I'm gonna bring in Lady Kimi. So like this, hopefully I'm gonna have enough accuracy on Kymar to sleep that Mitrala, so she's not gonna get to cleanse anyone. Stone Skin. Here we go. Are we gonna remove it or no? Damn it, we didn't. You know what? That Duchess seems like she was faster, okay? So she lost her turn. Very big mistakes to do that. So let's try to get her down. Almost, okay. You know what? I'm gonna protect my Kymar here. He's more important than Lady Kimi. Even if I'm gonna do this is not gonna stop that Mitrala from cleansing the enemy team. Actually, she buffed, so I feel like they didn't really have this thing set up properly here. Bang! Swift parry proccing on it. And now I'm kind of like deciding, should I use my AoE skill? Because you know what? That Duchess is just gonna revive after, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use the A1, which is AoE as well. My team is still alive, thankfully, even though he had increased attack. That's it. We lost Necret. That's a bit of a problem there. Okay, but now we can actually kill that this team, hopefully. Hopefully this is gonna be enough. Bang! We managed to get them down. She's still alive because she had strengthened, she had increased defense, she had a lot of stuff going on there. But I'm gonna reset this. I'm gonna take Necret down, and again I'm gonna use this. We ignore that shield that she has, and somehow she managed to survive. Yes, that's strengthened and not having increased attack. She might be pretty tanky too. But you know what? That's not gonna stop us because we're still gonna win the fight. That's it for Yannica, guys. Let me know in the comments down below how many of you guys are planning to build Yannica. How many of you guys are already using Yannica, because she's been an awesome champion for quite a while. She was one of those bad champions ages ago. She got quite a few buffs. So now I feel like she's definitely in a pretty sweet spot. Let me know what you think of Yannica, and that was all for this video. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.